Today we're making trellises for our Hoyas. My name is Sierra, the Festive Bohemian, and on my channel I share different ways to style your plants as well as more DIY home decor projects. So make sure you're subscribed. Just hit that button down below. What you're gonna need today is some copper. Now you want it to be soft but not too soft, so you can bend it, but you don't want it to be too soft so that it's not going to hold your plants up. So be wary of that. I've included links down below in the description. You're also going to need wire cutter so you can cut your wire, and some pliers would be nice to have but not necessary, but may help you create a more intricate design. And of course, you're also going to need a pot of some sort to keep your plant in, and I will show you a few options of things you can do and pots you can use. Most of my Hoyas are in leca, but this will work for soil too. Works for any. I really like the copper look. I'm actually going to try to even hammer some copper. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see how that goes. This is great for crafty people like me because you get a whole thing of wire and then you can create all sorts of different trellises for several different plants. So I'll show you guys a few options. Let's get started. Here I have a pot I found at the thrift store. I painted it, I sealed it. It is in leca, so I'm using this as a little reservoir. I drilled some holes here in the side. You want to make sure that your holes are obviously, you know, directly across from each other. I used a ruler and lined it up with the drainage holes that were directly across from each other, if that makes any sense, and used that to determine where the holes will be. Otherwise it just won't be even, right? The hole is just big enough for my wire to fit through. So first things first, we're gonna need to decide the shape because my style is very boho. I do like circles, soft edges, curves. I'm gonna make just a simple circle. So because I'm putting it in these holes here, on the ends you want to flip them out. Or if you're sticking it straight in the soil, you're gonna want to put them straight down. So you're gonna want these facing downward so that you can kind of like stake it in the plant, in the soil, and you might want to make them a bit longer as well. So I hammered the crap out of this thing. You don't have to hammer it. It gives the copper like a more distressed look. So I can definitely keep going. Just really depends on how much patience you have because it can take a minute. Definitely, you know, find a spot like on the sidewalk, somewhere where you can just really beat the crap out of this thing and not do any damage. You're gonna put the wire through there. Alright, now you can adjust your wire a little bit. I need to adjust mine. It's a little quirky looking at the moment. Then you just help your plant around the trellis. Slowly he'll start to climb the trellis on his own and wrap around. Now that we've finished our trellis, we can put it on display. Now, these copper trellises aren't just for your Hoyas, they can be for any climbing plants. But if you're like me, you love your Hoyas, and these copper trellises work especially great for Hoyas. Up here, I've got a pothos. The different size circles also kind of creates these levels, which are really nice, and it lengthens our shelves, makes them look taller. So this is my Hoya Public Splash. You can even just drill holes in the side of drainage pots as well and put it in a cache pot if it fits. I've got to make a few more trellises here. It is hot here today in Florida. Hot and humid. Now there is one more way that I want to share with you. It is super easy and it works great with, well, any of your plants, but I think it's a nice little way to trellis smaller plants. Let's go. All right, so I've got our copper wire. I just cut a decent sized piece. How big your wire is obviously depends on how big your plant is. Your handy dandy pliers will be nice. Now I'm going to make this for what plant? What plant needs stability? Ooh, I know. So I know I'm talking about Hoyas here, but for my laziness of not wanting to repot a Hoya, you can do this in soil or in leca. I just feel like this guy would be happy if he had some more stability here. So I'm gonna make one for him, and he just happens to be in leca, but the process is gonna be the same. So what we're gonna do, thinking about the size of my vessel, I'm gonna first make a loop here. I need a fan. That looks like a good size to me. So this is gonna be our base here. Just made like a nice little circle-y thing. That's gonna be our base, and this is what's gonna come up. Just watch me just drop this and smash it everywhere. It's about where my hand is where we're gonna start like making our twists, you know? That's about where our plant needs support. Start twisting. You can try using different objects to wrap the wire around. Like that's how I made the bigger circle, is I wrapped it around a pot. Right. There we go. And I'll show you how we're going to put this in our pot. So first I gotta gently get this guy out of here. So I should probably dump out this water. Where should I put the water? You're good, Mr. Plant. All right, so our vessel is now empty, and I'm gonna put this in there. It's kind of standing upward. So once you're happy with the way that it's positioned, you can go ahead and add some leca back in. Whoa! Okay. I've got a nice layer of leca, and I'm gonna put my plant back in. Put him back in there. Perfecto. Never fails. I'm always spilling leca all over the place. Now we're gonna just gently wrap our plant. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up because it really helps out my channel and lets me know that you guys like it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. The links are all in the description for you for everything I've used, obviously other than the things that I've thrifted. Have a beautiful day, guys. Thanks.